So we will start today's class by solving this question that we were discussing previously. This question again says that there are four parallel metal plates, out of which metal plate B and D are connected by that switch S, and the conductor C, that is earthed by another switch. So whenever we earth some metal configuration, then what happens? We have already studied that as soon as you earth some metal plate in a configuration, then the extreme faces will carry zero charge always. Extreme faces will carry zero charge. That is because of the fact that now earth will supply some charge to the system such that the net charge of the system will now become zero. So from infinity you will not see any charge of the system. That is why no electric field line is going to the infinity, or no electric field line will come to the infinity, right? And inversely you can also say that electric field lines will terminate to the zero potential. Here they are finding zero potential to the plate C, so why they will move to infinity for search of the zero potential.
সেটা যে কোনো প্লেটে আর্থ করা থাকলেই একই কেস হবে।
Yes, at any plate if you are, the situation will be the same. Now what will be the total charge of the system, and can you tell me how much charge will flow through the earth switch? As soon as I earth, how much charge will flow through the earth switch?
4Q.
How can we say that?
Extreme phases are carrying zero charge, and initially it was 2Q to 4.
Extreme phases, they were carrying zero charge, but does that mean that these internal phases will also remain the same charge? No, internal phases will also change. Look, what I have said, that the total charge of the system should be zero. Now what is the total charge of the system? You can calculate it. It is plus 3q minus 3q plus 4q. Yes, the total charge of the system is now plus 4q, right? Total charge of the system is plus 4q. So in order to make the total charge of the system zero, definitely minus 4q charge has to be inserted from earth to the metal plate C. That also after calculation you can do that. But even if you do not do any calculation, from this simple understanding that the total charge of the configuration will become zero, you can say that, right? So if earth
Sir?
says yes.
স্যার বলছি যে এক্সট্রিম ফেজ কোনো যে কোনো একটা কন্ডাক্টর আর্চ করা থাকলে এক্সট্রিম ফেজে জিরো কেন হবে? মানে ওটা এক্সট্রিম ফেজ তো কোনো কানেকশন নেই।
এক্সট্রিম ফেসের সাথে কানেকশন নেই, বাট এক্সট্রিম ফেসেস, look, if you have a metal plate, and if you have another metal plate which is earth here, that has no connection with this metal plate, but what is the potential of this metal plate? Zero. And if you say that electric field lines will move from this plate to infinity, then these electric field lines are going to infinity for the search of zero potential, right? So why these electric field lines will go to infinity for the search of zero potential while they are finding zero potential near to it, right? You should always understand one thing, that whenever there is some electric field or electric field line, there needs some energy associated with that. In today's class we will talk about that energy part also. So and our nature always tries to make a system which has energy always minimum, right? So if this plate has a electric field line that is going from here to infinity, then this entire region will be full of electrical energy, right? Instead of that, if you only make the situation such that the electric field lines are just going from here to here, then here the energy you will use is much less than that of the previous case. Understood? So there are several reasons behind that.
স্যার
Yes.
এই কারণে যে কোনো ইলেকট্রিক্যাল ইনস্ট্রুমেন্টে বাইরের কভারিংটা শুধু আর্থ করলেই হয়ে যায়।
Yes, you can earth actually anything, but when you earth the outer, why actually you earth the outer thing? Because it is more prone to become connected with some electrical wire, right?
Yes.
That is why it is earth, so that the charge directly goes through the earth. All right. Now, let us try to find the charge distribution. As I have made the charges 0 outside, so this charge will be readily plus q, right? This charge will be plus q. And what about this charge? This face will carry a minus q charge, right? As the facing surfaces will carry equal opposite polarity charges. Now, what about the charge on this face of the 2q? Do I confirm that it is something, or I have to assume it some value? I have to assume it some value. Suppose it is x. What will be the charge on this? It will be minus x. Right? Then what will be the charge on this plate?
x minus 3q.
It will
X
be
minus 3q.
x minus 3q. And what will be charge on this face? It will be minus of x minus 3q. And that
Yeah.
is 0. Yes.
So can we write x minus 3q? So it is not an isolated system.
It is not an isolated system. Yes. Good. Good observation. I've just missed this grounding system. It cannot be x minus 3q. It is not an isolated system, so I cannot write it as x minus 3q, as the total charge will no longer be 3q, I have said. But you can say what is the total charge on the system. If you assume it to be y, and this charge will be minus y, right? Then you can always say that what is y minus x? Can you tell me what is y minus x?
Minus 3q.
No, not minus 3q. What is y minus x? Can anyone tell me?
0.
It's not 0. It's not 0.
Minus 7q.
Minus 7q. Yes, y minus x is minus 7q. As I have just said that when I earth something, earth this switch, total charge that flows from the earth is minus 4q to make the total system charge to be 0. So then that minus 4q charge will only decide on that 3 on the plate C. So minus 4q minus 3q is minus 7q. That is y minus x. Again, if you do not calculate in that way, after calculation, if you find the values, you will definitely find it to be minus 7q. Okay, let's proceed in a normal general way.
Sir?
Yes.
স্যার
স্যার
ডি আর ডি এর
যদি কন্ডাক্টরটাকে আর্থ করে দিই তাহলে চার্জ ইনিশিয়ালি অন সি 0 হয়ে যায়, আর বাকি এ বি কে আমি যদি একটা সিস্টেম কনসিডার করি আর ডি কে আরেকটা সিস্টেম কনসিডার করি, তো এ বির জন্য মাইনাস 3q চার্জ ইনডিউস হবে আর ডি এর জন্য মাইনাস 4q চার্জ ইনডিউস হবে। সেইভাবে কি বলতে পারি মাইনাস 7q চার্জ সি তে ফাইনালি হচ্ছে।
বুঝতে পারলাম না, যদি তুমি সি কে আর্থ করে দাও তাহলে কি বলছো?
ইনিশিয়ালি চার্জটা সি এর উপরে 0 হয়ে যাচ্ছে, তাই জন্য এবারে এবি কে যদি আমি একটা সিস্টেম কনসিডার করি যেটা সি এর ফ্রন্টে রাখা আছে, এবি এর জন্য সি এর উপরে মাইনাস 3q চার্জ ইনডিউস হবে আর ডি এর জন্য সি এর উপরে মাইনাস 4q চার্জ ইনডিউস হবে। তো তাই জন্য টোটাল চার্জ
বলতে পারো এইভাবেও বলতে পারো, বাকি পুরো সিস্টেমের জন্য চার্জ নিয়ে বলতে পারো। ঠিক, আর বলো কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন? হ্যাঁ বলো।
স্যার বলছি এক্স ওয়াই মাইনাস এক্সটা বোধহয় মাইনাস 7q হচ্ছে না, যদি বি আর ডি কে বোথ আইসোলেটেড কানেক্টেড আর আইসোলেটেড, বি আর ডি এর টোটাল চার্জ তো কনজার্ভ হবে, তাহলে টোটাল চার্জ তো 6q আছে আর মাইনাস q আপনি যদি দিন তাহলে ওয়াই তাহলে প্লাস 7q।
বি আর ডি এর টোটাল চার্জ 6q, এই মাইনাস কিউটা ধরেছো?
হ্যাঁ তাহলে 7 প্লাস 7q ওয়াই মাইনাস।
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে x মাইনাস ওয়াই তো একই তো হচ্ছে,
সরি
সেম হতেই যাবে। All right. Yes, that is also another way to find x minus y, because the total charge of B plus D will remain constant 6q, right? From there also you can find that. So there is all these things are connected, right? So let's proceed in this way. First I will find what is the potential of C in terms of B and D. Can you find what is the electric field in between B and C? Can you tell me what is this electric field E1? And what is this electric field E2? Can you tell me what is the value of E1 electric field?
X by A
X
by
by
epsilon naught.
epsilon
X
y
by
epsilon.
A epsilon naught.
Epsilon.
Yes, good. It is sigma by epsilon naught that we have used. And what is the electric field E2?
Y by A epsilon.
Y by epsilon
Y
naught.
by X
Y
epsilon.
by A epsilon naught. Yes. Now, if I say that VB minus X by A epsilon naught into 2D, can I get it VC? Can I write it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
In the direction of electric field, potential decreases. That is why I have subtracted this amount of potential. Similarly, VC minus of Y by A epsilon naught into D. Can I write this to be VD? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
sir.
Now I will equate these two expressions, and I will find that VB and VD, they are related, and they are also same as I have connected it with conductor, right? So I can say that VB is equal to VC plus 2x by A epsilon naught into D, that is equal to VC minus YD divided by A epsilon naught. Now VC gets cancelled out, D will get cancelled out, A epsilon naught will also get cancelled out. So your expression, from this expression you will get that Y is equal to minus 2x, right? That is the relation between Y and X. And also we know that Y minus X is equal to minus 7q, right? So y is minus 2x minus x, minus 3x equal to minus 7q. So your x should be 7 by 3q and y should be minus 14 by 3q. Now you can find all the charge distributions. Have you got this answer in your calculation?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Alright. So in this question, it says that for the configuration shown, find the charge distribution when an external electric field E is switched on. Assume plate have surface area S for each surfaces. Have you tried to solve this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now how do we solve this question? Now let us assume that the charge distribution of any of the plate, let us draw the plates separately again. Suppose this is plate A, and this is plate B, right? And the charges are like Q to Q. So I will place this charge small q here. So this charge will be capital Q minus small q. This charge will be minus of capital Q minus small q. And this charge will be, what will be that charge? 2q, 2q plus q, 3q.
2q plus small q.
Yes, it will
3q
be
minus small
3q minus small q, right? Yes. So these are the charge distribution. But here I cannot say that the extreme faces will carry equal charge, because there is some external electric field E that you have to take into account while doing the superposition. So here if I have to find the electric field at this point on inside the metal A, can I neglect the effect of plus Q minus Q and minus of Q minus Q in order when we will find the electric field at this point P? Can I neglect the effect of these two charges? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because these are plus minus, system constitutes no charge. Now the electric field at P, due to that small q only, can I say it is small q divided by S, 2s epsilon naught. Look, now I do not know what is the electric field at this point, so that is why I am writing, I am taking all these charge or these faces as infinite long sheets only, right? So what is the electric field at this point? I can say, and also you can find it from Gauss law, I think. Yes, from Gauss law directly also you can find it. I will do it in both the way. I will try to do that. Okay. So small q by 2s epsilon naught is the electric field due to this infinite long metal sheet at this point, and due to this plus charge, I have taken this to be a total charge plus at this point. For this electric field is this one in this direction. For this 3q minus q, the electric field will be from right to left. So I can take it a negative sign, negative of 3q minus q divided by 2s epsilon naught again, right? And the external electric field is from left to right, so I will take it positive plus E. Can I make the total charge, total electric field to be 0 at this point?
Yes.
Yes. So if you have written this expression, then you have definitely got the value of Q. From this calculation, I can directly find that what is Q minus 3Q and plus Q, that is equal to minus of 2SE into epsilon naught, right? So 2Q is equal to 3Q minus 2SE into epsilon naught, and Q is equal to 3Q minus 2SE epsilon naught divided by 2. That should be the answer of this question. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Now, can I use Gauss law at this point only? If I know that the electric field at this point P is 0, right? Then can I take a Gaussian surface like this? Can I take a Gaussian surface like this and try to calculate what will be the equation that I will get? Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Yes, now there is a problem. Now the problem is, can you tell me what is the problem that I will get here by directly applying only if I do not use superposition, but I know the electric field at this point is P is 0. Electric field at this point P is 0. So if I use this equation at this point, suppose electric field is E1, at this point is electric field 0. So I can say that yes, yes.
How would you assume the electric field to be 0 at field?
It is inside the metal conductor. Why it will not be 0? It is definitely 0. So you can you write that this side electric field is 0, this side electric field is 0. Suppose this is electric field E2. E2 is 0. So can I say it is E2 into delta S minus E1 into delta S is equal to Q divided by S into delta S divided by epsilon naught. Have I written this equation correct? Just check once. E2 is the electric field at P, E1 is the electric field at just outside point. So can I say E2 into delta S, that the flux is going outside, I have taken positive, and here the flux is inside, which is E1 into delta S. So E2 into delta S minus E1 into delta S, this flux is going inside, that is why I have taken negative. So net flux is equal to charge inside. What is charge inside trapped here? The total charge is Q, that is uniformly spread over this surface S. So Q by S multiplied with delta S is the charge inside divided by epsilon naught. Now tell me whether there is any doubt in this equation.
Sir, E2 টা কোথায়?
E2 is the electric field P, E2 is 0 actually.
Sir, then why you are considering?
I have just written this expression. Now I can say that E2 is 0. Right. What is the value of E1?
Q by S epsilon.
No. What is the value of E1? Can anyone tell me?
E minus Q by S epsilon naught.
Yes. The value of E1 is the external electric field was also there, E. And due to this charge, there is one electric field that exists here. Yes
স্যার
or no?
আমরা তো নেটটা বার করছি না।
Yes. So that is why I do not actually know what is the value of E1.
স্যার আপনি
Right.
কেন 3q মাইনাস q টা কনসিডার করবেন না?
3q minus?
q b এর রাইট সাইডে।
Look, if I know what is the I'm writing a Gauss law. So in a Gauss law, I have to only take what is the charge that is trapped inside. And this charge
না
is
স্যার আমি
only Q.
ফিল্ডের কথাটা বলছি।
Yes, at this
3q
point, at this point, the electric field should come due to all the other charges, right? But as this is a metal, so all these things actually will contribute nothing because the electric field cannot actually cross the metal part.
স্যার এটার
Yeah.
আরেকটা এক্সপ্লেনেশন হতে পারে।
Yes.
স্যার যদি আমরা কোনো গসিয়ান সারফেসের একটা সাইডে নেট ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ড কনসিডার করছি, তাহলে আমরা আরেকটা সারফেসেও নেট ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ডটাই বার করছি।
হ্যাঁ অবশ্যই, তার জন্য আমি E1 টাকে নেট ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ড লিখেছি, which is actually not known to us.
যখন আমরা জিরো কনসিডার করে নিচ্ছি, ইট ইজ বিকজ অফ অল দ্য মেটালস, অল দ্য ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ডস প্রেজেন্ট।
Yes.
যেটা করবো আমরা সেটা সবার জন্যই পাবো।
সবার জন্য পাবো। So the electric field outside actually we do not know. That is why we cannot find the charge small q from this single expression. Right? So here this equation will not give you the answer, but this expression will give you the answer. Understood?
স্যার 3q মাইনাস q টাকে কনসিডার করব তো?
কখন?
ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ড লেখার সময়
যখন তুমি সুপারপজিশন করছো তখন সমস্ত চার্জকে কনসিডার করবে, অল দ্য চার্জেস, দিস চার্জ অ্যাজ ওয়েল অ্যাজ দিস চার্জ, উই উইল কনসিডার অল অফ দেম।
তাহলে স্যার এইটাই মানে যেটা ডাবল টিক করা আছে ওটাই ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ড হবে না?
Yes, definitely, that is the answer. I could write this expression if I know what is the net electric field at this point E1. But that net electric field, if you try to write again, it will come in terms of small q, right? So that is why you have to write another equation, then you have to solve this one. So that is why I have not used this one, because directly I cannot use Gauss law to find the electric field at this point.
सर मतलब अगर E1 को E minus Q by S epsilon naught and minus 3Q minus Q by
हाँ।
S epsilon naught लिखेंगे तब आंसर
तब ये सेम ही आएगा, ये तब यही एक्सप्रेशन आ जाएगा यहाँ पे, है ना?
ठीक है सर।
इसको ट्राई करना लिखने के लिए। देखो E1 का वैल्यू क्या लिख सकते हैं हम लोग, ये स्मॉल q के लिए इसको लिख देंगे, स्मॉल q के लिए इसको क्या लिख देंगे, ये हो जाएगा q डिवाइडेड बाई 2s एप्सिलॉन नॉट, ये हो जाएगा ना। ये एक अगर हम लोग शीट पकड़े तो इसके लिए इस साइड में इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड हो जाएगा q डिवाइडेड बाई 2s एप्सिलॉन नॉट, और ये जो 3q माइनस q है इसके लिए भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इसी डायरेक्शन में आएगा, इसी डायरेक्शन में आएगा, तो इसके लिए आएगा 3q माइनस q डिवाइडेड बाई 2s एप्सिलॉन नॉट, राइट? और एक्सटर्नल जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है वो है E इस डायरेक्शन में, राइट? तो नेट इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जो E1 का वैल्यू तुम्हें मिलेगा, क्या वो ये वाला मिलेगा E1 का वैल्यू?
यस।
देखो अब इसका वैल्यू यहाँ पे बिठा के देख लो ना, यही इक्वेशन आएगा तुम्हारे पास। So let's start our next topic of conductors only. That is also a very important topic to understand. This topic we will start by calculating the force between two charge plates. Right? You can see that if you place two metal plates close to each other, as I have said that the distance in between the metal plates are very small, right? That is why I could assume the metal plates to be infinite long. Now if you place two metal plates very close to each other, then as the charges are on the facing surfaces, you can see they are of opposite polarity, so they will attract each other. Now if I say that this charge are suppose the on the facing surfaces only, I will say the on the facing surfaces, suppose I have earthed those, I have earthed the plates. If I have earthed the plates, then this the extreme faces will carry zero charge, right? Also the extreme face will not observe any forces, because that electric field that I have generated, that electric field cannot reach the extreme faces, right? So there is no need to consider the extreme faces charges here, right? Only the force of interaction will come because of the facing surfaces of A and B. Let us assume that the facing face of this charge magnitude will be plus q and minus q, and their area are say capital A, area of the each plate. Then can you calculate what is the force of interaction between the
আপনি
plates?
বিটাকে আর্থ করেছেন তো
I have earthed B in order to cancel the external charges. Even if you do not earth it, the answer will remain the same, because the external charges will not carry will not actually experience any force, right? So both the situations are same.
স্যার মাইনাস কিউ স্কোয়ার বাই টু এপসিলন
আরেকবার ফার্স্ট থেকে বলবেন?
আমি বললাম যে এ আর বি দুটো প্লেট রাখা আছে, আমি তাদেরকে চার্জ করেছি, তাদের ফেসিং সারফেসগুলোতে প্লাস কিউ মাইনাস কিউ চার্জ রাখা আছে। The extreme faces will carry some charge. I do not bother about that, because the electric field that I have shown in yellow color, that electric field cannot exert a force on the extreme face charges, right? So what is the force of interaction? Will the force will be attractive or will the force will be repulsive?
So attractive.
Attractive, because positive and negative charges will attract each other. So I have to find that value of the force. What is the
So
value of that
minus
force?
minus q square by 2a.
Why you are saying minus? It is only a magnitude. Why are you saying minus force? I have not mentioned any direction. Minus comes with a force only. Yes. So what is the force q by
কিউ স্কোয়ার বাই এ এপসাইলন
Not
q square by a or 2a?
A.
All right. All right. So look, here we have written that electric field due to any plate at some other plate is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Why I have written that? Although the electric field at this in between point, the electric field is sigma by epsilon naught. Yes or no? The electric field that I have drawn in yellow color is sigma by epsilon naught. But when I will find the force on the negative charge, for example, will I consider the electric field due to this negative charge? No. I will only consider the electric field due to the positive charge. And what is the electric field due to the positive charge only? Half of that. So is that electric field due to the positive charge only? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So that is why I have written that electric field at any plate, at any other plate, is sigma by 2 epsilon naught, where sigma is the surface charge density. So force on the other plate is sigma into A. What is the charge on this other plate? If I say that surface charge density is sigma, then charge on the other plate is sigma into A. So what is the force on the other plate? That is sigma into A multiplied by the electric field, that is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Sigma into A into sigma by 2 epsilon naught, right? So that is the net force that we will get. That force on the other plate is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught into sigma A. Have you understood this part? Just tell me whether you have got this one or not.
ইয়েস স্যার ইয়েস
Sir,
Yes.
plate air outer surface charge is a positive.
এই এক্সট্রিম ফেসে পজিটিভ হতে পারে, নেগেটিভ হতে পারে, ইট ডাজন্ট ম্যাটার। কেন পজিটিভ না হওয়ার কি রিজন দেখছো তুমি? ডেফিনেটলি পজিটিভ হতেই হবে, কারণ আমি প্লেট বি এর এক্সট্রিমে যদি পজিটিভ রাখি, প্লেট এ এর এক্সট্রিমেও পজিটিভ থাকতে যায়। Okay, so from this expression of force, can we find the pressure? What is electrostatic pressure on the surface of the B? Can I say that if I divide it with A, then I will get sigma square by 2 epsilon naught? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is the expression for electrostatic pressure, and you need to remember this expression. What is the electrostatic pressure? It is sigma square by 2 epsilon naught, right? And I will elaborate this term, that when we can use this one, right? In which cases we will use this sigma square by 2 epsilon naught.
স্যার এখানে যে এরিয়াটা দিয়ে আমরা ডিভাইড করছি, হ্যাঁ, তো ওটা কি মানে যদি কোনো একটা কার্ভড সারফেস থাকতো, ওটা কি ওর পুরো এরিয়াটা নিতাম না ওর প্রজেকশন
Now,
এরিয়াটা নিতাম?
when this will be a curved surface, then what we will do? Can anyone tell me? If the surface is a curved one, then what we will do?
স্যার এটা রিং নিয়ে প্রথমে ওটার উপর ফোর্স ইন্টিগ্রেট করতে হবে।
Then we will take a very small segment on this curved surface, right? A very small segment you can take on the curved surface, and for that small segment you calculate sigma square by 2 epsilon naught, right? Not for the entire surface. For the entire surface you have you can find the force only by integration.
ওকে স্যার,
All right, okay.
yes.
So this is the expression of the pressure. Now look, here it is written that from this expression of force we can find work done by the external force to slowly move the plate by separation D. How we can find the work done by external force to slowly move the separation of the plates from 0 to D? Suppose the separation of the plate is now, at any instant the separation is x. So when the separation of the plate is x, what is the force on this plate? Suppose this plate is fixed, right? I have fixed this plate, only B plate can move. If B plate can move, then what is the force on the plate B? The force on the plate B I have written is sigma square by 2 epsilon naught into the area of the plate, right? That is the force on the plate B. And is that force a constant or variable? Does that force change with x, or it is a constant? Constant, right? This force is attractive in nature, so that force is acting in this direction. So in order to slowly move this plate, I have to exert some external force that will be in this direction, right? So if I'm moving this plate, this is the direction of x, suppose this is the direction of x, then actually the force and displacement, they are in the same direction. So what is the work done? I can simply multiply the displacement with the force. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is the thing that I have written here. You can see that, which comes to sigma square by 2 epsilon naught into AD. That is the work done by slowly moving the plate from A by a separation of D, right? Now can you say that this work done will actually store inside the electric field as a potential energy, because the electric field is one type of conservative field? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So can I now find what is the potential energy per unit volume stored inside the plate, in between the plates, not inside the plates, in between the plates? So in between the plate, what is the now volume that I have got? If the separation is D and the plate area is A, what is the volume of the in between space?
A into D.
A into D, and that space is full of electric field lines, right, or electric field, and that inside that volume the energy is sigma square by 2 epsilon into AD, right? So what is energy density? You will find that pressure will be nothing but energy density. So the value of energy density is also sigma square by 2 epsilon naught. Yes or no? Electric pressure, do you know that the unit of pressure and energy density are same? Have you studied earlier this one in any topic earlier in mechanics? Yes, where?
Sir, surface tension, force per unit, surface energy stored per unit area, same thing.
Yes, but another very
Bernoulli's
simple,
theorem.
yes, very important equation was Bernoulli's equation. Look, in Bernoulli equation, what we have done, we have we have added pressure with energy density, right? So pressure is nothing but energy density. Now the energy density that we have got here, energy density is nothing but the pressure, which is sigma square by 2 epsilon naught. Now can I write this in terms of electric field? What electric field I am talking about here? That electric field is the value of this electric field in between this space. That electric field is the net electric field of the inside the space. This electric field is now not only due to the electric field of A. Understood? So what is the electric field that I can write in between this A and B plate? What is the electric field? Sigma by epsilon naught. Now I will write the electric field only sigma by epsilon naught, not by 2 epsilon naught, because the net electric field is sigma by epsilon naught. So if I now multiply and divide this energy density expression by epsilon naught, then can I say that energy density, right, energy density is equal to half into epsilon into sigma, yes, by epsilon square. So that is nothing but half epsilon into E square. Have you got this expression correct from here?
Yes, sir.
This expression is also very important to remember, right? Remember that. In several places we are going to use this one later on. Energy density is half epsilon E square, where E is the net electric field, epsilon is a constant. So energy density on the electric field is this one. And that is not only true for this parallel plate configuration, although we have derived these two expressions for pressure and energy density easily by this parallel plate configuration, but these expressions can be used for any other electrostatic conditions also, right? Whenever there is some electric field, you can use this equation of energy density. Is
Sir,
there
I
any
have a
problem? Yes.
Sir, if the distance D is far apart, then we can apply it.
If the distance is far apart, then you have to make sure that whether you can find that electric field. If you can find the electric field, definitely you can use that equation. But when D is far apart, can I say that the plates will be infinite long now?
No.
No. In that case, the electric field will not be very easy to find. Again, if you can find the electric field, definitely you can use this equation, no problem.
Sir,
Yes.
thus this equation are universally accepted for any surfaces.
For any surface, you can use that equation, not only for plane surface.
So at long distances, the electric field will be a variable of R also.
Yes, then you have to integrate this one.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, work done তো এখানে net force এর জন্য নেব।
Work done is a force that I have applied externally. Yes.
তো আমি তো external force এতেও একটা অ্যাপ্লাই করছি, নাহলে তো এটা ফিক্স থাকে আর সেটাও তো
এতে তুমি যতই ফোর্স অ্যাপ্লাই করো তার কোনো ওয়ার্ক ডান হবে কি যদি এটা ফিক্স রাখা হয়? ওকে, ইজ দ্যার
আমি বলছিলাম কি এই যে এইখানে ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ডটা তো কনস্ট্যান্ট আছে আর আপনি বললেন যদি ভ্যারিয়েবল হয় তাহলে আমাকে ইন্টিগ্রেট করে বার করতে হবে। স্যার যখন ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ডটা ভ্যারিয়েবল তখন এনার্জি ডেনসিটিও তো ভ্যারিয়েবল হবে।
হ্যাঁ অবশ্যই, তখন আমি এনার্জি ডেনসিটি একটা স্মল ভলিউমের জন্য বার করব।
স্যার তাহলে ইন্টিগ্রেটটা আমি কিসের জন্য?
টোটাল এনার্জি বার করার জন্য তোমাকে ইন্টিগ্রেট করতে হবে। All right, I think it is clear to all of us. Now let us go to the next slide. Now we have a metal spherical shell, right? So now we will find the same thing, that how you can find the electrostatic pressure on a metal spherical shell, and we will see how the expressions are coming to be the same as that of the earlier, right? So suppose this is a metal spherical shell. It can be hollow shell, it can be a solid metal shell, doesn't matter. Inside both of them there will be no charge, right? I have taken a solid metal shell, solid metal spherical shell of radius r, suppose, right? Then I have taken a very small patch that orange color patch that you can see, I have written it P, a very small patch on the surface of the metal shell, right? Why I have taken a patch? Because now it is not a flat surface. So I have taken a very small patch on the surface P. Now can anyone tell me what is the net electric field just outside, any point just outside of the metal sphere? Any point?
Just outside
Two
because
epsilon
Sigma by epsilon naught.
sigma by 2 epsilon naught.
epsilon naught.
Just outside. Okay. But you can use this equation that if I say that total charge is Q, then sigma is equal to Q divided by 4 pi r square, right? What is the electric field just outside? Just outside I can use that the total charge is at center, so that outside the electric field is kq by r square. Can I use this equation? The outside electric field is kq by r square just outside.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So what is again q divided by 4 pi r square is sigma, right? Sigma is equal to q divided by 4 pi r square. So I can say that outside electric field is sigma by epsilon naught.
স্যার এটা গসিয়ান সারফেস
Yes,
নিলেও তো হয়ে যাবে।
from Gaussian surface also you can easily find, because we know that internal inside electric field is 0.
0
Okay, so that is that electric field that we have taken just outside the surface P, just outside the surface P, it is due to all the charges present on the sphere. Yes or no?
yes sir
That electric field is due to all the charges present on that sphere. Now if I have to find the force on the patch P, should I include or I have to subtract the electric field due to the charges that are present on that small patch P?
So it doesn't include.
We have to subtract the electric field that is due to the patch P from this total electric field. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, then only we can multiply this charge with that electric field and we can find the force on that patch, right? If anytime you do not understand, then you just tell me, because these are we have already done. That is why I am trying to solve this. So in this way, if you look one second. Look what I have written here, that let us assume charge density on the small patch is sigma, right? Let us assume that charge density on the small patch is sigma. We have to find electric field due to all other charges on the surface of the conductor at the patch in order to find the force on the patch, right? We have to find the electric field due to all other charges. Look, the term other here, why I have written other? Because I do not consider the charge on the patch and its electric field, right? I have to only find the electric field due to the other charges. Now let us assume the electric field at point P due to all other charges is E others, and electric field at point P due to the patch is E patch, right? What is E patch? E patch is electric field due to the patch P at a point very close to it, right? So can we say that E patch is nothing but sigma by 2 epsilon naught? Can anyone explain me how we have found that one?
স্যার সেলের ভিতরে ফিল্ড জিরো।
Close to the patch, so we can assume it to be infinite.
Yes, that is the correct explanation, that whenever we are close, look this it is saying that statement that electric field due to patch P at a very close point, right? Whenever we are at a point very close to any surface, what is the electric field at that point due to that surface? Do you remember? It is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Yes or no? We can consider that surface to be an infinite plate.
yes sir
So basically we are very close to that patch. So that patch, however the patch is very small, but for that point the patch now is becoming a infinite plate. So that is why the electric field at this point due to the patch is sigma by 2 epsilon naught, right? Okay. Now I have taken a cross section of this shell, right? So that is the inside point, it is the inside point, and that is the outside point of the shell. That is the patch, the same color, orange color, this is the patch, right? I have taken a cross section view of this. Now you can see that if I take a point just inside the patch, the point A, then at this point electric fields are coming due to two charges. One is the electric field due to all the other charges that I have mentioned as E other, and one is due to the electric field due to that small patch that I have written as E patch, and we have found that E patch is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now can anyone tell me what is the net electric field at this point A?
Zero. Sigma.
Yes, the net electric field must be 0, and that is a combination of E others plus E patch. Yes or no? So out of that, if I know that E patch is sigma by 2 epsilon naught, then can you tell me what is the magnitude of E others?
By 2 epsilon.
Sigma by 2 epsilon naught is also the magnitude of the E others, right? Now again I am briefing what we have done. We have taken an inside point just below that patch, and we have found that the electric field due to that patch only is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So what is the electric field due to all the other charges at that point? It should be sigma by 2 epsilon naught in order to make the total electric field inside point is 0. That only we have done here.
আউটসাইড ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ড থেকে তো ই প্যাচ মাইনাস করে দেব।
Yes, that also you can do. We have already done that outside point. If you take B, then outside point the total electric field we have done to be sigma by epsilon naught. Do you remember? We have just done that, sigma by epsilon naught. Now at this outside electric field, it is also due to the other charges, and outside electric field is due to the patch. Yes or no? It is due to the patch and due to the other charges. And what is the outside electric field due to the patch? It is the same thing or not? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught or not? This one?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So as it is sigma by 2 epsilon naught, so what is the E others? You can subtract sigma by 2 epsilon from sigma by epsilon, and you will find the same thing, that is outside electric field also due to the other charges, right? So can I say that at this point of the charge of the patch, at this point of the patch, the other charges are actually giving a electric field sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Then what is the force on that patch? What is the force on that patch?
সিগমা ইনটু ডেল এস বাই
Yes, it is sigma into delta S, the area of that patch, multiplied by the E others, right? So I have written it here. The force on the patch is E others multiplied by sigma into delta S, where delta S is the area of that patch. And what will be the pressure? If you put the value of E other, it is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So can you see that the pressure is coming the same expression, sigma square by 2 epsilon naught, from here also? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Now can we generalize this expression, the pressure, that if we have a metal shell whose charge distributions are non-uniform? How do we have a non-uniform charge distributed metal shell? Yes.
One
Or
outside charge is placed.
yes, there may be several other ways, right? So if I'm, yes, one second. Suppose I'm drawing it here. Suppose we have any arbitrary shaped conductor, right? For any arbitrary shaped conductor, the charge density here it is sigma 1, the charge density here it is sigma 2, the charge density here it is sigma 3. Can you see that different places will have different charge densities? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now if I ask you what is the pressure, what is electrostatic pressure at this point, what should be your answer? Yes, sigma 1 square by 2 epsilon naught, because while calculating, look, I have only calculated it in terms of sigma, right? All the other sigmas I have not included in my calculation. So it is independent of the charge distributions of the at the other places. What is the pressure at this point? It will be sigma 2 square by 2 epsilon naught. At this plate it will be sigma 3 square by 2 epsilon naught. Understood? So that is a general formula, very useful and general formula, that the pressure is sigma square by 2 epsilon naught. Here I have written it, that remember this formula, electrostatic pressure is applicable in any conductor with any charge distribution, but sigma being the local charge density. Right? It may be different at different points, but we have to take the local charge density. Is this entire discussion clear to all of us?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes. All right. Now moving forward, I think this is a question. Can you try this one? A metal spherical shell of radius r is given a charge q. Find the force with which one hemisphere pushes others. A very simple question. Can you find its answer?
Sir, sigma square by 2 epsilon naught into 2 pi r square.
Into pi r square.
Yes, into pi r square.
Yes, pi r square.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, pi.
Yes.
Pi r square.
We have done this type of question earlier in fluid surface tension, or several places we have done this, that whenever forces are in different directions, we have to take the projections. What do I mean? You can understand now. That suppose this is the total complete sphere, I have to find the force of interaction between the two parts of that of the sphere, right? So the upper hemisphere and the lower hemisphere both are positive charge. So at any point, let us find the force on any point on the upper hemisphere due to the lower hemisphere. So suppose this is any point on the upper hemisphere, and that is placed at an angle theta, right? So if this area is delta s, then what is the force on that small part? Can I say that the force will be radially outward? Yes or no? Force will be perpendicular to the surface.
Yes, sir.
So that force is sigma square by 2 epsilon naught into delta s, right? Similarly, you will take a small area here, and you will find that force on this area is sigma square by 2 epsilon naught into this delta s, right? The same angle you can take. Now if you add these two forces, you cannot definitely add them by magnitudes because they are vectors. So I will break them into components, and you can see that their horizontal components will actually do what? They will get cancel out or not?
Yes.
Cancel out. So what I will get, actually I will add their vertical components. So when I will add their vertical components, as sigma square by 2 epsilon naught is a constant everywhere, right? As I have taken, this is a spherical shell. So for a spherical shell, the charge density is uniform, right? So as this sigma square by 2 epsilon naught is a constant, can I only take that while finding the vertical component, I will take the vertical projection, the horizontal projection of the area only. Do you understand this part? We have already spoken about this earlier several times.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I do not think that I have to again explain it. But again, you can say that if this is theta, then this is sigma square by 2 epsilon naught into delta s sine theta. right? Delta S sin theta. If you take this to be delta S, suppose this is delta S, this is delta S, this angle is theta, right? Then you can find that this angle, if this is theta, this angle is also theta, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this angle is also theta. So what is delta S sin theta? Can you see delta S sin theta is nothing but this horizontal projection of delta S. If this is delta S, then it is delta S sin theta, yes or no? So if you add all delta S sin theta, eventually what projection you will get? You will get this flat surface or not?
Flat disk,
Yes. What is the area of that disk?
pi r square.
Pi r square. So if I integrate the force, the net force you will get to be sigma square by 2 epsilon naught into pi r square, into pi r square, right? That should be the answer of this question. But who is exerting the force on the upper hemisphere? Definitely the lower hemisphere, because net force is 0. So lower hemisphere is exerting the force on upper hemisphere, and similarly upper hemisphere is exerting the same force on the lower hemisphere. Can you solve this one? After we apply this minus q, the charge density has changed and the net charge density is given to be sigma. It is not that the initial charge density was sigma. After, yes, after minus q is placed, the charge density is given sigma. So the entire thing is given. What is the pressure at this point? Can I write only sigma square by 2 epsilon will be pressure due to yes, sigma square by 2 epsilon will be electrostatic pressure at this point. Have you understood? Because the sigma is given, so I do not need to see that where is the another charge, where is external charge, which charge is where. As I have said, that this can be used in general, whatever may be the shape of conductor, whatever may be the charge distribution. So I do not have to consider that where is the outer charge and what is the surface charge. That is the pressure multiplied by delta S. That should be the answer of this question.
স্যার চার্জটা প্লেস করার পর সিগমাটা কি ওই পয়েন্ট পি এর লোকাল চার্জ ডেনসিটি হয়েছে নাকি?
হ্যাঁ, this sigma is local charge density.
মানে সব চার্জগুলো কনসিডার করার পরেই ওটা দেওয়া হয়েছে?
Yes, sigma is due to all charges, all charges, right, including minus q. বলো।
স্যার আমাদের কি একটা ইনিশিয়াল সিগমা দেয়া থাকে আর আমরা কোনো চার্জটা ডিসটেন্স,
তাহলে তুমি বার করতে পারতে না, তাহলে তার সিগমা ফাইনাল কত সেটা কি করে বার করবে?
মানে কোনো ওয়ে নাই
না, unless you know the charge distribution as a function of something, then you cannot find it. There is some way, definitely there is some way which is called image method, right, but that is not in our syllabus right now.
স্যার ওইটার জন্য যদি আমরা ইনডিউস চার্জটা ক্যালকুলেট করে নিতে পারি তারপরে
No, that has no, because that charge distribution can be anything, right? One second. Yes. Yes, in that case, look, in earlier case, look to the internal point. Internal point, the net electric field was 0. Yes or no? And that net electric field was due to the electric field due to the patch and due to the electric field due to the all the other charges. Yes. So if I again take that internal point where the electric field due to the patch, and electric field due to all other charges are present, again it will be 0 because it is a conductor, so it must be 0. Yes or no? So what is the E other? You will find the same expression. That E other is nothing but the electric field due to that small patch.
But if I do it in the other way, I find the total electric field outside the surface.
Outside the
And
surface.
then I subtract the
Yes, but
the
can you find the outside surface total electric field if there is some external charge? And if the charge distribution is non-uniform, it is very difficult to find the outside external electric field. So that is why it is easy to
Yes.
solve it in taking inside electric field.
Okay, sir.
Now it is asking for self energy. What is self energy? Self energy is created by the charges only. Suppose this is a metal sphere. It is asking find the self energy of a metal sphere of radius r and charge q. What is self energy? Suppose this is a metal sphere, so it has its own charge, right? Due to this charge, what is the energy of the metal sphere? How do I find it? You can see that these charges are actually producing electric field lines like this. Yes or no? And because of these electric field lines, there will be some energy related to that, and that electric field line is extended from where to where? That field lines are extended from R to infinity, right? But here the electric field is varying with x. If you take a distance x, the electric field is varying with x, right? So how do I find the total energy? You have to do it by taking a small volume, multiply it with energy density. You will find the energy inside that small volume, and then you have to integrate that volume from R to infinity.
স্যার আমরা এটা এমনি করতে পারি নাকি dq into b কে ইন্টিগ্রেট করে
dq into
b, which is potential at an instant of the sphere.
পোটেনশিয়াল, আচ্ছা তুমি বলছো যে হ্যাঁ সেটাও করতে পারো, যে এই চার্জটাকে আমি 0 থেকে কিউ করছি,
হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ সেই রকমভাবেও করতে পারো। The initial charge on the sphere was 0. At certain instant the charge is q. Then I have taken another small dq charge from infinity to this point. Then I am actually gradually increasing that charge from q equal to 0 to capital Q. That is also another way of solving the question. But from the expression of energy density also you can do that. Right? Try in any way, but try to find the answer.
Sir, q square by 8 epsilon naught r.
Look, if you look to the electric field lines, their electric field density are varying with distance. Suppose I have taken a small shell, right, a shell of thickness dx and radius x. I have taken a shell of thickness dx and radius x. The thickness of the shell is dx and the radius of the shell is x. Can you tell me what is the electric field intensity inside that shell everywhere? What is the electric field intensity?
Q by 4 pi epsilon square.
Yes, that is q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into x. Simple kq by x square is the electric field. Why I have taken that small volume? Because this electric field is changing with x. So inside that small volume, what is the energy density? Energy density is half epsilon into E square, right? So what is total energy? Suppose it is du. What is total energy inside that small volume? Can I say it is half epsilon into E square, that is q square by 16 pi square epsilon naught square into x power 4. Half epsilon E square multiplied by the volume of that shell. Can anyone tell me
4
what is
pi r
volume?
square dr.
4 pi x square into dx. Now as this is only energy, I can simply integrate it. The variable is x, and from where to where I will integrate it?
R to infinity.
R to infinity. In that way you will find the total energy.
Sir, q square by 8 pi epsilon not RE আসছে।
একই আছে। Just calculate it and tell me what is your answer. Epsilon naught will get cancel out, 4 pi, and that will be
Square by 8 pi epsilon.
4 pi
by r
q
By r.
square by 8 pi epsilon naught into dx by x square is 1 by r. Yes. So this is the energy stored in a electric field of metal shell of charge cube. So this question you try at home, this question again you try at home, this question again you try at home. These 3 questions I will give you as your homework, and next class we will talk about electric dipole.